Trying to figure out if we are live. Are we live yet? Maybe not. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Let's see. Waiting for someone to confirm in the chat if we are live. We are live! Wonderful! Wonderful! Welcome! Welcome to Shibuya! Welcome to the start of another adventure. A 31.5 kilometer adventure that will take us here from Shibuya all the way to Chuo-rinkan, which is this neighborhood in the outskirts of, or not outskirts, but in Kanagawa, quite far from central Tokyo. So I will follow the Tokyo Den-En-Toshi line, which has its first or last stop here in Shibuya, and I will walk the entire line, 31.5 kilometers, 27 stops. I won't be able to do it all in one day, so it's gonna be an adventure that will probably stretch over a couple of days, probably 4, I think, 4 or 5, depending on how well I manage. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Let's start walking. So this first part is here from Shibuya to Ikejiri-Ohashi. And in order to get there, I will basically follow Dogenzaka, which is one of the main streets here in Shibuya, up this hill, and then I will follow the route 246 for quite some time, which is a major road that runs from Tokyo to, I think, to Nagoya. Not sure exactly, but it's a long and big road. Ideally, I don't want to walk next to that road all the time, so I will try to make some detours, but yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan for today and for my coming week or so of streams. Although I am actually going on a little trip a few days from now, so there might be some interruptions to that schedule. I will probably do a few streams from the place I'm going on my trip as well. But anyway, there you have it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. As you can see, it's another day with beautiful blue skies here in Tokyo. It is a bit cool today. Let me check the exact temperature. Okay, it is 12 degrees. Let's see if we can get a focus. We can't, so you just have to take my word for it. 12 degrees today. Picture and sound great. That's good to hear. I do get a little bit of warning here that the signal is not perfect, but if you are happy, I'm happy. Already 150 people tuning in. Wow. Welcome. Welcome. I'm sorry to have forced like those hundreds of you, 100 or so of you waiting when I was at the bathroom just before this stream, but you know, it's gonna be a long walk today, so I had to make sure that my bladder was up to the task. 11,000 steps, bit of a wonder. Okay, let's see if I can beat that today. We shall soon find out. So I expect today's walk to be about 2 hours. So this first part of this Den-En-Toshi line walk will be mostly urban areas, but once we get past Futako-Tamagawa, my local area, after that it's mostly gonna be kind of more suburban and quite green neighborhoods. that I will walk through. So I think that will be quite enjoyable. This first part that I'll be doing today, can't say I'm too excited about it. I mean, it's gonna be fun, I guess, but it's areas that I'm quite familiar with and also very, very urban. So I'm sure some of you will enjoy it, but personally I would have preferred a slightly more green walk today. But the reason why I'm doing this Den-En-Toshi line walk is because I let my Patreon supporters decide. I gave them a few options on upcoming walks, and this is what most of them voted for. So as always, or not as always, but my Patreon supporters can often be the ones dictating my life, which I kind of enjoy. Makes it easier for me that I don't have to take those important decisions myself all the time. Have you got a coffee break spot planned? Not really, no. But I think once we get closer to Sangenjaya area, there's lots of coffee shops around there. So I think there will be plenty of good options, and I think that should also be roughly halfway through today's walk. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Will there be a Patreon stream? Absolutely. Maybe not today, but quite soon. I think I will do a Patreon stream this weekend if the circumstances allow for that. So I think, should we cross here? Yeah, let's do that. As you can see, it's very much autumn here in Tokyo now. The trees are mostly yellow and brown, and the leaves are falling down on the streets. It's a nice time to be in Tokyo. I mentioned it countless times before, but I really enjoy the fact that the winters here in Japan are usually like this. Clear blue skies and relatively mild weather, at least from my Scandinavian perspective. Thank you, Kenneth, for the first super chat of the stream. Thank you so much for the refreshments super chat. That will definitely come in handy. That's a pretty cool building down there. So I did remember to manually start the GPS tracking, since I am sharing maps of all my walks now to my Patreons. So I hope that you have checked out that if you're already a member of my Patreon. That could be fun. Yesterday I uploaded the map of the Takamatsu walk I did a few days ago, and also, of course, the map of yesterday's walk. And the map of today's walk should be added later today as well. You sound fantastic today. Thank you. Thank you. That's good to hear. Do I feel fantastic as well? I feel quite good. I slept surprisingly well, both last night or like 2 nights ago and then last night. So I think that makes a huge difference. A good night's sleep is definitely not something you can take for granted. Oh look, wait, I just have to check this out. I think I saw someone posted about this on Twitter the other day. I think it's a new love hotel with an interesting theme. Sweets Hotel Ruby. So for those of you who have ever dreamt of doing things inside a big cake, here's your chance. Interesting. Oh, there's two actually. Okay, there's a pinkish version, and this is then it's a chocolate version as well. Wow. Interesting to see that they're still investing heavily into new love hotels. It's interesting. I'm sure there will be plenty of people posting videos from the inside on YouTube and maybe OnlyFans sooner or later. I'm afraid I won't be one of them though. Sorry to let you down, but this is also a pretty interesting building. Lots of new buildings here in Shibuya. Dogenzaka, which is this slope street in Shibuya. And basically here is Route 246, which is until Futako-Tamagawa. Basically this big road is exactly also following the Den-En-Toshi line tracks. Although the Den-En-Toshi line is of course underground, but yeah. Having some hiccups. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, Route 246 this is. I can see that the bitrate is dropped. You never know. The 4G gods are unpredictable. T さんは柴犬好きですか？まあ特にないですね。まあ可愛いけどそんなにまあ僕はなんか猫の方が犬より好き。でも犬が嫌いわけではない。So I think once I cross this street here, I should be able to take a little detour and walk some smaller streets instead of this heavily heavy road. Let me take a peek at a map here. I think if we walk down this way we would get to Daikanyama, but that's not where I'm heading today, obviously. Let me see. No, I think I have to walk a little bit further this way until we get to Ikejiri-Ohashi station. very strange. Signal seems to be very glitchy around here. Edric, good luck at the doctor's place. Hope it's nothing serious. I'm not lost already. Basically, today's walk is super simple. I could just follow this road and I'll be set. But yeah, as I think that would be a bit boring just to have heavy traffic all the time, I want to take some detours. Thank you, Smee, for the coffee funds. Highly appreciated as always. Maybe we can walk down here. Let's see. Looks like I should be able to make a turn to the left here. I am, but it does not make a lot of sense to do so. No, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, once we get down to Ikejiri-Ohashi at least, then we can definitely take some smaller, nicer roads. I was buffering there, yeah. My brain was buffering. It's so nice with this sunlight shining through these golden leaves. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The atmosphere is completely different. Yeah, I know. Just one block to the side and it's much more quiet and much nicer. So, like I said, we will soon go for that. But just a few more blocks along this big road. By the way, there's been a lot of earthquakes in Japan recently. There was one this morning. Just next to Mount Fuji, which was strong enough to trigger the alarm, the earthquake warning alarm in our building. It shook. It was quite strong, but very brief. But then a few hours later, there was another earthquake near Osaka, or in Wakayama. It was, and we had like an earthquake yesterday morning that we felt here in Tokyo as well. And another one like 3-4 days ago. So it's a little bit worrying, and some people posted like, well, since this earthquake was really next to Mount Fuji, and Mount Fuji is technically still an active volcano, let's hope that we don't have like an eruption coming soon. That was a little bit scary. And actually, so okay, I wasn't really planning on revealing where I'm going this weekend, but yeah, me and my family are going to a place pretty close to Mount Fuji this weekend. So that feels a little bit extra scary now with this earthquake. Hopefully there won't be any more earthquakes. Yeah, pretty cool. This bridge, right? View from here is pretty nice. Is this the road towards Sangenjaya? Yes, it is. It is towards Sangenjaya. And sorry, did I say thank you, Garfield? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, you deserve a thank you again, because you're always super chatting me, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. Cupcake for my coffee. Okay. Let's see if we can find any cupcakes. So now we should be at Ikejiri-Ohashi. The station entrance is just a little bit further down here. So here's a pretty nice shrine up here, but these stairs are so steep, so I'm not gonna do that now. Hi, are you English or American living in Japan? No, I'm not English or American, but I am living in Japan. So, where is the station? I think there's not that many entrances to this station. Also, some of you might remember this place, the Meguro Sky Garden, which is on top of this massive highway intersection. This is like such a major junction for all the important roads connecting central Tokyo with lots of different places. And then on top of all that, on top of all those roads, they just covered it in concrete and built a big park on top of it, which is a brilliant idea. I went there on a walk quite a long time ago now. It was pretty nice though. Should go there again sometime. Yeah, this place is quite intense. I don't know if I wanted to live here. Must be pretty bad air quality with this many big roads stacked on top of each other. Do you all have to pay taxes in Japan? Well, with taxes it's generally the case that you pay them where you live. So if you live in Japan, you pay taxes in Japan. So yes. Will you stream from Fujisan this weekend? No, I'm not gonna go to Fujisan exactly. I will go somewhere near Fujisan, and I plan to stream from there. So you should be able to see some nice views of Mount Fuji, but I will not climb the mountain. One near Mount Fuji was Shindo 4. I think it was even Shindo 5 at some places. But in Tokyo, at our place, it was more like a 2 or maybe a 3. So yeah. Pink shorts, no pink shorts, because it is, let's see, it is 12 degrees. It's weird. I know why. Okay. Let me just... I think I need to switch on autofocus. Yep. No, it is on. That's weird. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus on my watch. Shindo 5 is rough. It is. Yeah, Shindo 5 is that's pretty strong. I've only experienced that maybe 2 times during my 13 years in Tokyo, but it wasn't Shindo 5 here, so. And again, it was also pretty brief. Some earthquakes last for a long time, which can be very scary, but this one felt like it ended just as soon as it started. Very, very brief. T, did you turn on the walk session on the watch? I did, yes, I did. It is currently tracking, but again, it won't focus. But it is tracking my walk. So where's that bloody station entrance? I know that there's one there next to that gas stand. But, maybe here. You have any tips on how to migrate to Japan? No, not more than, I don't know, learn a skill that's in demand in Japan. There's plenty of need for in various sectors for workers. So learn a job that is in demand, and also try to learn the language. That's my recommendation. So Ikejiri-Ohashi station. So the first, or well, second station, if we count Shibuya, out of 27 on this long train line. So we are starting to make progress, slowly but surely. Today, coffee or beer? Yes, I will have a coffee break soon. Coffee awaits. Yes, sure does. Is this gonna be longer than the Chuo line walk to Takao? No, that was even longer. I think that was like 40 something kilometers. So that was a really long walk. This is not as long, but I think this will be the second longest of my train line walks. So finally, let's diverge a little bit from this big busy road. Yeah, I think this will be my second longest walk. It will be longer than the Tokyo Toyoko line, which I walked last winter, was it? When I walked from Shibuya to Yokohama. Yeah, this will be longer than that. No, Toyoko line is shorter than the Den-En-Toshi line. Ikejiri-Ohashi, Pond Butt Brig Bridge. Yeah, that is quite. It's quite funny. The jiri kanji, which can mean but I think it's often used to mean more like edge of something. There's a place called Shiojiri, which is also quite funny. Salty butt, if you translate it literally. But I don't think the meaning has anything to do with the human anatomy. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it does. But it's quite common in place names actually in Japan, that kanji. There's also a place near Kawasaki called Shitte, which uses the kanji for hand and then the kanji for butt. So I'm not sure if it's related to some sort of sexual activity. I don't think it is, but I don't really know. Oh. Little bakery here, Woody Bakery. Looks quite nice. I'm pretty sure we will stumble across a inviting coffee shop somewhere around these streets. 右手学校、そうですね、なんか学校があった。どこの学校は何の学校かわからないけど。The image is much better since you left the main road. Yeah, I noticed that too. Now I have like full bitrate for the first time today. It was very weak during the first part of this walk. Excellent video and audio. Thank you. Good to hear. Good to hear. So, let's see. It's kind of thinking which route to take. I guess I should just wander these narrow back streets. Problem is that it's very easy to get lost when I walk on streets like this that I'm not familiar with. So I need to constantly check the map. Tokyo winters are great. They definitely are. They definitely are. Oh, this is also a pretty trippy building. It's like a big wave. Huh, I don't think I've ever passed this one before. Yesterday's face reveal was full reveal. Was it? Ha. Well, then I guess you have a good reason to go back and watch that stream again. The price of gas in Japan? I don't know. Let's see. Next time we pass a gas station, I can try to remember to check the prices. Let's go this way. Just need to check the map just to make sure that I'm not... Oops, okay. I am basically heading the wrong direction. Oh well, let's walk a little bit further here, then we can turn left and there should be a little park. Maybe. Did you ever get a haircut? No! Still no haircut. Still no haircut. I'm too busy streaming. No time for haircuts when you're a busy YouTuber. Now 乗ってる車は何ですか？車がないです。運転免許もないです。車あんまり好きじゃないです。電車が好き。Let your hair be free and long. Yeah. I know that some of you are advocating that policy. Here, is this? I don't know if we can walk through here. Maybe. This is Ikejiri-Machi Center. What is Ozeki? Ozeki is a big supermarket. Maybe, but there's lots of kids in there. I'm always a little bit reluctant to go and stream when there's like a million kids. So let's take a different route. To celebrate Christmas in Japan? Kinda. This is interesting. Masseur's Cafe. Asian breeze. Massage and coffee. Interesting combination. Yeah, Christmas is very much a commercial thing here in Japan. There's no Christian, or there's some Christian roots in Japan, but not that much. So yeah, Christmas is mostly these days celebrated in the form of that shops have some extra marketing activities, and there's a bit of Christmas illuminations here and there, and it's a popular time to go on a date, but that's about it. Like, people don't get Christmas off here, it's just regular working days, so it's not like a big thing in that sense. Oh, and here's OK is another supermarket chain.歩く方が健康的。そうですね。そうですね。歩くの方が体にいいです。But here you have some Christmas decorations, for example. So there are some. No, here in Japan, the New Year is a very important time, rather than Christmas. New Year is when most Japanese people try to get together with their family and enjoy some time together. Japan Body Works. I think I'm heading the right direction now. Okay, here it says Mishuku. So Mishuku is also a name of a neighborhood, basically between Ikejiri and Sangenjaya, and quite a trendy and popular area. However, there's no station, no Mishuku station. It's just the name of a pretty small neighborhood. I came here not too long ago. This is a burger shop, La Garage, or LA Garage. It's actually a very nice burger shop. Me and my friend who I went there with was very pleased with their burgers. Now we're back at the 246. So I did take a little detour there. La Garage. No, it's LA Garage. Not La Garage, I think. As soon as I got closer to the road, I can see that the bitrate is starting to dip again. So I guess I'll just cross here and then I will try to take side streets again. We're pretty close to Sangenjaya now anyway, and in Sangenjaya we will most certainly find decent coffee. Will it snow in Tokyo in winter? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. It hasn't snowed yet, but who knows? Maybe it will. Just turn here. No.446厚木まで。そうか、厚木までだけですか。そっかそっか。もっと遠いところまで来ると思ったけど、次までか。So according to one of my viewers, this 246, this big road, it goes to Atsugi, which is an area in Kanagawa. I expected it to be a little bit longer. I think I said that it goes all the way to Nagoya, but yeah, that was maybe not correct. Let's see if we can turn here. Turn to the left here. Can we do that? Maybe. Maybe not. No. Let me check the map. What it says. This could be. Yeah, this is a dead end. That's too bad. It was more difficult than expected to walk on the side streets here. Are there pizza shops in Japan? Yes, many big chains like Pizza Hut, Domino's. There's also a couple of domestic pizza chains that are quite popular here. One called Pizza La, and I don't know what other. But also tons of small, like Italian restaurants are super common here, and usually Italian restaurants in Japan, they also serve pizza. It's a vending machine. I don't know. I've never seen that. I don't think that's a thing.サイゼリアよく行きますか？あんまり行かないです。なんか学生の頃13年前はお金なかったからよく行きました。クラスメイトと一緒に。でもサイゼリアあんまり好きじゃない。すごいまずいと思う。本当に、多分学生の頃から一切も行ったことないと思います。I think we found a little coffee shop here. Let's see. To go for here? Yeah. Why not? Let's get a coffee here. Perfect. こんにちは。コーヒーラテホットでM サイズをお願いします。追加で払えますか？
追加で、
はい。はい。すみません。 できた。はい。Okay, that was convenient. Nice little coffee shop. We didn't visit Coffee Person for a while. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, wait. Did I did go there once, right? No. I went, but he was not there. A couple of times. Was he there last time I came? No, I don't remember. この通り、246が静岡まで来てる。あ、そうか、静岡まで。This one Muji building. No, this place called MJ building. Can you use drones in Tokyo? No. They're basically forbidden everywhere in the city center. There might be some parts in the outskirts of Tokyo, like up in the mountains, where you're able to use it, but not in central Tokyo, unfortunately. He wasn't in Marunouchi the day you did the Hanzoman line walk, that's right. Yeah, there's very strict drone laws now. I think if you have like a very small drone, like less than 100 or 200 grams, you're still allowed to use it. So a friend of mine bought like a drone under that limit just for the purpose of being able to shoot here in Tokyo. It takes a little while to get my coffee here. Why do you not show her face? This is illegal. Not illegal, but I think it's pretty rude to stick a camera in someone's face without asking for their permission first. And it could potentially be illegal too. It's a bit complicated. Still not done. Takes a while, but I hope that means the coffee will be very tasty. I didn't notice they actually have some tables here. These are... I wonder if these are made from old tatami mats. Looks like it. Not really the ideal place to sit, if you ask me, like next to this big road, but hey, why not? Better than nothing. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, finally got my coffee. It's a bit annoying that this app, the Prism, doesn't really want to autofocus. Oh, it's good though. It's a good one, but it was quite expensive. 600 yen for this small coffee, 700 for the bigger size. Nah, I don't really feel like taking a seat here, like next to this big road. Maybe I will take another break somewhere further down in a park somewhere. I think I probably have to touch. Let's see if I can tap the screen with my nose. Yeah, then it focuses. Okay, so we have to use the nose focus in order to do close-ups. I see. Since I don't have any available arms, I just have to do it with my nose. Why is coffee so expensive? Well, it doesn't have to be. I could have gotten a coffee at 7-Eleven or Family Mart for 100 yen. But I don't know. I enjoy small coffee shops, and I don't mind supporting them financially every now and then. Yeah, it looks really funny when I do this nose autofocus thingy. Can we walk down here? Maybe not. It's really difficult to find a good road. Can T nose focus a helicopter though? That's gonna be a challenge. Yeah, will I be able to do that? That'll be exciting when that opportunity comes up. Let me see. This little park. Yes, I can walk through this park. Wonderful. And then over there you might recognize this building, the famous Carrot Tower at Sangenjaya. Tiny park with a tiny slide that I'm obviously not gonna try to ride. Okay, wow, this looks almost like an abandoned house, but maybe not. Maybe it's not abandoned. Let's see, I think I can turn here. Yeah, Carrot Tower is the name of this big building. We've talked about it a couple of times before on this channel because the name is kind of funny. I think it was named by local school children or something, and partly because of the color, if I'm remembering correctly. Can't get over how close the houses are. Yeah, they are. Tokyo is dense. But the weird thing is that it's not just Tokyo actually. Even when you go to like smaller cities in Japan, they tend close together. And even though land is not so scarce in the smaller cities, but still apartments tend to be quite small. Yeah, there are many nice small side streets around here. Especially close to Sangenjaya, there's just so many. Noble Hagiwara. I always enjoy the names of these. Oh, what's this? Marunowa Table Rindo. Is it a restaurant? It is. But it also looks like a little shop here. Oh, but it's a restaurant. Everybody in Japan is wearing a mask. Pretty much, yeah. We've been doing it for close to 2 years now. It's normal. We don't even think about it. Now we're getting very close to Sangenjaya. So this is the Chazawa-dori, the street that connects Shimokitazawa with Sangenjaya, that I walked several times before. One time I stumbled across a really awesome brass band as I walked down that street. Some of you might remember that. George, I see you flushed your toilet and we got some technical issues, maybe. Hope the signal is all right now. The road to Shimokitazawa is long. Yeah, it's quite long, yes. This street is one of my favorites, especially at night. It's so nice when all these lights are on. Oh wait, I actually need to go up here because otherwise I won't pass the Sangenjaya station. It's been a while since I did a night walk in Sangenjaya last time. I should probably do that soon again because this area is really awesome at night. The Gorilla building is down. Yeah, it's down that street that I crossed just now. That's right. So yeah, very scenic place at night. So here we have Sangenjaya station. There it is. That's the station. And I think I want to cross this road here. So here you can see Carrot Tower up close and personal. There's a pretty nice panorama deck up there and also a restaurant. But I cannot get there without taking an elevator, and if I take an elevator the signal will die, so I'm not gonna do that. Can we see the Tama River today? I'm not sure. Ideally I would like to make it all the way to Futako-Tamagawa on today's stream, but that might be a little bit of a challenge, so I'm not sure. Next walk will be an evening stream. Not sure. I will probably continue this walk tomorrow in the daytime. Here's another one of my favorite alleys here in Sangenjaya. I passed here so many times. Let's see what happens if I switch to ultra wide. Boom. You can see a little bit more, but it also gets really blown out. Yeah, so many photos taken here. I've taken a million. It's a great place to do like portrait photos at night, which I've done so many times. Sorry, I was snapping some more potential thumbnails. But yeah, I'm actually on a pretty slow pace today. It's been an hour already and we're just at Sangenjaya, which means that another hour or so from now we will probably be where? At Komazawa-Daigaku? No, Komazawa-Daigaku is the next station. Maybe after that it's... Is it Sakurashinmachi? Well, we'll see how far we make it. Also here is Afuri, one of my favorite ramen shops. It's a chain though. They have shops a little all over town. So let's see, I think we can walk down here. And Matilda, you asked me if bikes share the same sidewalk as the pedestrians, and yes and no. It's kind of confusing. Basically, bikes are supposed to go with the cars, but from what I've heard, you're allowed to also bike on the sidewalk if it could be dangerous to ride the bike with the cars. And since that's pretty much always the case, people generally just ride the bikes on the sidewalks here in Japan. So finally we're on a little side street again. Is it expensive to have a car in Japan? I don't know. I know very little about cars and the costs involved. The only thing I know is that it's relatively cheap to rent cars. We do that from time to time, and I'm always surprised over how cheap it is to rent a car. But maybe that's just my expectations. Maybe I'm thinking that it should be more expensive. I don't know. What's the most popular food delivery apps in Japan? I'm pretty sure that it's Uber Eats, but we also see Volt more and more often. And then there's also a Japanese company called Den-En, which is, I think, probably Den-En and Uber Eats are the two biggest ones. I don't know which one of those is bigger. So let me check the map again. 246 is over here, but ideally I'd rather walk here. Cheapest I see for car rental is 8,000 yen per day. Yeah, that sounds about right, maybe, but it's usually cheaper. So when we rent a car, it's usually when we are on a trip somewhere. And I think it gets cheaper if you rent for several consecutive days, which is what we always do. So maybe if you're just using it for one day, maybe it's not so cheap, but I don't know. 8,000, is that expensive? Maybe. So one of my Japanese viewers says that rather than the car itself, it's parking and other costs associated with having the car, which are expensive, rather than the car itself, which makes sense. I'm sure that everything car related is probably cheaper in the US than in Japan. From what I understand, cars are pretty cheap there, and having a car is also relatively affordable compared to in Europe, at least. which is kind of my reference point. But yeah, it's expensive to use a car. Like if you're driving long distances here in Japan, the road tolls, just like Visionary is saying, the road tolls can be quite expensive. So unless you're like many people in the car, it could maybe even be cheaper to take the train in many cases. Here's a pretty big police station. Not sure if I've ever passed this one before. The streets that I'm on now are pretty unfamiliar to me. I think I want to cross here. Carrot Tower? Volkswagen is the most popular foreign car in Japan. So come on. I don't know which cars are popular here. Okay, I finished my coffee, so I have another hand available again. That's a nice relief. Yeah, I've never driven a car either. I'm turning 40 next month, and still I've never stepped on a gas pedal my entire life, other than in some video game related activities, but never driven a real one. But I would like to have I would like to be able to drive just when I'm traveling. Then it's quite useful. Where are we now? Where are we now? I think we should be... we're still... Well, we're getting closer to Komazawa-daigaku. And then the next stop after that is Sakurashinmachi. I'm guessing that I will wrap things up at Sakurashinmachi station. But who knows? Who knows? So as you can see, we're walking next to 246, but through a quiet residential area 1 block down from the big road. Where's my Apple Watch asking me if I finished my workout? I'm not walking fast enough. Have I spotted any apartment listing boards? No, not really, not on this walk. Are you curious to know the rents around here? Let's see. There's usually real estate agents close to the train station, so maybe we can find one when we get closer to the next station. Looks like a temple or something over there, maybe. Yeah, like I said, I was not too excited about this part of the Den-En-Toshi line walk, but I am excited about the part that will come after passing Futako-Tamagawa, because then the train line is above ground and we will be passing through some rather nice residential neighborhoods. But until then, it's just going to be very, very urban and busy, which is not really my cup of tea. But otherwise, the Den-En-Toshi line is a very popular train line to live at. I don't really understand why, though. I mean, I live on the Den-En-Toshi line, and I think it's always so crowded. But I mean, I get it. Once you get further out, the neighborhoods are kind of nice, and there's relatively, it's relatively green. So. What's this? Air specialist, Smog Hog. That's an interesting name. Also, like these train line walks, I really prefer when we can actually see the trains. Then it feels much more like a train line walk. Now it's just, I don't know, it feels like we're just following the train line in theory. Oh, hello Lemmy, welcome. Let me just dash here. Ah, I made it. Great. I think we're getting closer to Komazawa-daigaku station now. Oh, this looks like a nice temple over there. I think temple? Yeah. Too bad it's on the wrong side of the road. Beautiful day today. It is, it is. We've been so blessed with beautiful weather. A lot recently. Lucky us here in Tokyo. You know that the Den-En-Toshi line used to be from Oimachi to Nagatsuta via Futako-Tamagawa. I did not know that, no. I did not know that the Den-En-Toshi line used to go to Oimachi line, or Oimachi. Really? I think there used to be a tram line, right? Long time ago. which was rendered obsolete when the Oimachi line opened. But was that tram line maybe the old Den-En-Toshi line? Yeah, traffic jam here. That's one of the reasons why I really would not like to travel much by car or commute by car here in Tokyo, because it feels like there's always traffic jams, and I can't think of anything more stressful than being stuck in a traffic jam when you have to be somewhere. I think we should be able to walk down here and then turn left. That was many decades ago. Yeah, the tram line, right? Yeah. So bad. So sad that all the tram lines are gone. Basically all the tram lines. There's still the one left, but I like trams. They're cozy. So let's see. Are we able to walk down here? I think we are. Oh, my GPS app just told me we walked for 5 kilometers today. Here's another house with some Christmas decorations. So as you see, it does happen. It's not super common, but it does. You do see it from time to time. Right, trams are also sensitive to traffic jams, so they're not great in that sense. And they're also not very efficient. They can't take that many passengers. So I guess trains are pretty much superior, but still, trams look nice. So that the shortest rail line in Japan is out in Narita. Oh, I think I know the one. Yeah. I think I know which line that is. It's the one where you have to walk through this very long, weird tunnel next to Narita Airport in order to get to that train station. I think it's hardly in use anymore, but there are still like, I don't know, a train every hour or something. I should go there at some point. Narita is very far from me. Rice cafe. Interesting. Here we have some apartments. Just picking something randomly here. 59 square meters, 129,000. 59 square meters, 154,000. Yeah, quite not terribly expensive. So. Wait, there should be a train station. There should be a train station around here. Ah, there it is. Across the street. It's not very obvious, but there's the Komazawa-daigaku train station. So that's the fourth stop out of 27 on the Den-En-Toshi line. So we're slowly making progress. I will at least walk one more stop before I wrap up today's stream. But soon, actually, the train line is still under this big road here, but soon the train line will take a slight detour. So that's good. Let me a little look at the map here. Okay. Now we are almost at 6 kilometers walking. And we're also just about to pass 400 viewers, it looks like. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this walk along the Tokyo Den-Toshi line, which is a 31 kilometer long train line that connects Shibuya in Tokyo with Chuo-rinkan, which is in Kanagawa prefecture, in the city of Yamato, I think. So this is a series. It will probably be 4, maybe 5 episodes in total. This is the first part. So yeah, if you are new here, oops, I dropped my coffee cup. That's not good. If you're new to my channel, you might be interested in knowing that I do walks like this almost every day, at least like 4 or 5 times a week, live walks here in Tokyo. And if you do enjoy that, you should, well, first you should consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. If you really enjoy it and you want to support me, you should join me on Patreon. That will give you access to a lot of special goodies, including Patreon-only live streams, maps of all the walks I do, a thumbnail gallery, and some other perks depending on the membership offer you choose. The link is in the video description. And also a big thank you to everybody who has supported me through super chats. Not that many today, which is a bit disappointing, but anyway, there are a lot of people who do, and I really appreciate your support, and it's really people like you who keep this channel running. So big thank you to all of those. Yeah, also a great way to support the channel is to click the like button if you haven't already. That's a very easy way to help me reach more viewers, which is nice, I guess. Would you do long daily walks like this even if you weren't live streaming, recording them? No, not as frequently. I sure do enjoy long walks. but I don't think I would be able to spend this much time walking if it wasn't for this channel and the fact that it does bring me a little bit of extra money, at least right now, since the country is on lockdown, or not lockdown, but since there aren't any tourists able to visit Japan, and tourists used to be a pretty big client base for my portrait business before. So I'm not as busy with work these days as I used to be. So yeah. And I'm really looking forward to the day when people can start visiting Japan again, because I really miss doing portrait photo shoots, which is what I used to do a lot before the pandemic. Did you get lost a lot when you first moved to Tokyo? Did I? Maybe. Oh, this looks like a kind of nice little cafe here. Huh. Looks like a place where I could potentially have lunch, but I am gonna walk a little bit further away from here. So yeah, I don't know if I got lost that often. But when I first came here, yeah, that was actually before the smartphone era, which means there was no Google Maps. So back then, yeah, it was somewhat easy to get lost. But shortly thereafter, people started carrying smartphones all the time, and with Google Maps it's not so difficult to find your way around. Let me check the map. Now. So just a little bit further down this road, and then I can turn right. I'll be well on my way towards Sakurashinmachi, which is the next stop on this walk. こちまるありがとうございます。今朝の実施園どうでしたか？海老名は結構多かった。そうですね。まあ結構揺れましたね。なんか時間はすごい短かったけど、なんか激しく揺れましたね。うん、マンションのなんていう地震のアラームが鳴いた。そのために娘が起きちゃった。あとスーパーチャットありがとうございます。I think now we can ditch that big road for good for the remaining part of today's walk. Finally. One and a half hour of walking now. Still have 56% battery left, so could potentially go for another hour and a half, but I think 2 hours is that's a good length, both for you and for me. Then I can have a nice lunch and do a bit of work from home before I go pick up my daughter at the nursery in a couple of hours. made you decide to live in Japan? I don't know. I came here and I really liked it and didn't want to go back. That was 13 years ago. But now I kind of want to go back. What's for lunch? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I'll see what options are around once I end this stream. But if I end it at Sakurashinmachi, I think there's plenty of restaurants around there. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find something good. Ah, yokatta. Yeah, I saw this little park on the map. So I thought, let's check that out. Question is, should I walk this way or this way? Sakurashinmachi should be more in this direction. What season is it in Japan now? Late autumn, I would say. Winter soon, here in Tokyo. Further up north, I think you can... Well, it depends on how you define the seasons. If you judge by just like the scenery, I think we're still in autumn here. But in the north, in Hokkaido, etc., there's plenty of snow. So I think that qualifies for winter. So I think I can walk through this park. Yeah, let's do that. The earthquake was a bit scary, right? But you're further away from it than I am, I guess. So maybe it wasn't as strong in your neighborhood? I don't know. You were a bit concerned because it's closed. What does that mean? I'm concerned because it's at Mount Fuji and I don't want Mount Fuji to erupt. That would be really scary. This is a nice little park. Oh, thank you Lexus for the super chat, and also thank you Kim Röd for the super chat. Thank you. Now you are boosting my motivation and making me tempted to maybe walk even a little bit further. We'll see. Lunch money. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, nice little creek here. I think, by the way, that this time slot competes with a lot of US streams. Oh yeah, is that so? Is that so? But I don't know. Is that a problem? It would be more problematic if there was like a bunch of other Japanese streamers streaming at this time, I think. Let's go to Futako-Tamagawa today. Yeah, I was thinking about it. But then I think we're still like probably an hour away from Futako-Tamagawa. Will I be able to walk that far? We'll see. We'll see how motivated I am once I get to Sakurashinmachi. Nice little autumn pond here. This could also be a nice thumbnail. However, sadly, I've learned that the thumbnail that my viewers tend to click on consists of busy streets or crowds, not beautiful scenery. They don't seem to be that inviting to my viewers. Have to get there sooner or later. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to walk to Futako-Tamagawa at some point on this in this series. And I guess if I walk there now, then I'm home. Then I don't need to take the train. What's the name of the park? Good question. Good question. It's a nice one. Let me check. Is it? No, this is something else maybe. Komazawa-Harappa Pre Park. That's probably this place. Oh, this place! I've been here. I passed through this park. I remember this, but this part, the upper part, I've never been to. Anyway, let me check the map again. Slides, yeah, slides and falling leaves. It's nice around here. I'm okay with earthquakes now. I'm used to it. Yeah, Lemmy. So am I. So am I. It just comes, like, we have to get used to it if we live here, right? Yeah, 2-level park. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, okay, that park I went through is called Nose Focus. Komazawa Ryokzen Park. Ryokzen Park. Okay, nose focus again. There we go. Now I just have to walk straight and we should get to Sakurashinmachi station. Seven kilometers now. So should I make it all the way to Futako-Tamagawa? I don't know. I want to drink a can of beer in that park. Oh yes, Yamaguchi-san. If you do that, then definitely I will come and join you. Because it's very close to my place, so then I can easily come and meet you. But maybe it's a little bit too far for you. Yes, we're close to Sakura Jingu Shrine. I plan to make a little stop there. I'm kind of in a mood for a beer now, but as always, you need to have lunch first. Looks like a nice little cafe as well. Yeah, it's a coffee shop. Shinmachi Place. Neat. I think I'm supposed to go this way though. I'm not gonna have another cup of coffee now. Let's see. I'm gonna ask Google Sensei how long it will take me. Okay, if I want to walk to Futako-Tamagawa, it's another 40 minutes. What do you say? Should I aim for that? Should I aim for that? That would make this stream quite long. But the weather is great and it does feel like a pretty natural place to wrap things up. Now, since I got a few more super chats as I passed through that park, that made me feel a little bit more motivated. So, So thank you everyone who chipped in, paid my daily motivation bill. One thing that I often feel surprised about Japanese houses is you often see houses with hardly any windows, like this. It must be very dark. I think we can walk down this little road here. Two and a half hours, yeah, and then that also means next episode I don't have to go anywhere. I can just start from my home, so that's convenient as well. Yeah, at least I will try to make one more stop, so at least to yoga station, but potentially I will walk all the way to Futako-Tamagawa. Battery just hit 50%, so we have plenty of juice left. お昼ご飯食べてくださいね。この散歩ありがとう。ありがとうございます。そうですね。散歩が終わったらお昼ご飯食べます。What was your breakfast? That was your breakfast? Fast food, really? Oh, no? What? My breakfast was the usual oatmeal porridge and boiled egg with my family this morning, just like every morning. So, this is not the Sakura shrine, right? Or is it? No, there's another one. Is this the one? Let me check. No, this is the one, Sakura Jingu Shrine, according to Google. Okay. Timothy Wallis, Rockaway Siren, continued motivation. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now we're definitely going all the way to Futako-Tamagawa. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think this is the shrine, which is very nice. Really? I've only been here in the cherry blossom season, and then it felt like there was so many cherry blossom trees, but there's not that many actually. Anyway, so someone asked about my connection, but now I can't find that message again. But yeah, basically I have unlimited data and a daily cap of 10 gigabytes. If I use more than 10 gigs, then it will get slowed down to 3 megabits per second. But I've never hit that limit. I don't think I ever have. My breakfast, yeah, it's the same every day. It's oatmeal porridge with some berries and nuts and jam and boiled egg, some grapefruit juice or orange juice, and a pretty substantial cup of coffee. That's usually what we have every morning. So technically it's not actually unlimited Well, there's no limit as to how much data I can use, but the speed gets throttled after 10 gigs in one day. Yeah, so I don't know. It's not entirely unlimited, no. But there's no, on the other hand, there's no set limit either in terms of how much data I can consume. So here's Sakurashinmachi station. Yay! Where I planned. Oh, and here's some pretty wild Christmas decorations. These must look interesting at night. ちょっと激しいね。How much does a 2-hour stream use? I think about 4 or 5 gigs. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't remember. I don't think that much about it anymore. But I think on most days when I stream, when I do like longish streams, I tend to consume like 6-7 gigs maybe in total. But that's with some other usage as well. And here's that anime character which this area is famous for. I forgot the name, but it's a quite famous anime, apparently. You like porridge for breakfast? Yeah, I do. Otherwise I wouldn't eat it. I like it. It's easy to make, it's healthy, and gives me enough energy for these walks. Yamaguchi-san, that's a very interesting, very cross kitchen, but zaru soba and natto is pretty typical Japanese, I guess. But soba for breakfast is not super common. I heard that KFC in Japan is pretty bad related to other countries. I don't know. Isn't KFC always bad? Is there any place where KFC is good? I've never had a good meal at KFC. Japanese people look down on Americans? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say so. Japan is very inspired by American culture, and America is very popular here. Shirakawa-san, you were volunteering at the equestrian competition near Yoga Station. Ah, I see. At Baji-koen, kana? That's not so far from here. I love that park. Barbershop. Is today gonna be the day when I finally get a haircut? Personally, I don't think so. Oh, and here we have some apartments for sale, or a house. This is a house, 132 square meter house. Ah, but it doesn't say the price. That's unfortunate. Here it says the price. 118 million yen for 144 square meter. This is an apartment though at Sakurashinmachi. Very big one. Is 72 million yen for 77 square meters in Dokodakke. Ah, this is also close to here. Yeah, Sakurashinmachi. 12 minutes walk away. This, what's this? 108 million yen for, I guess this is an apartment? No, it's maybe a house. It's a bit... Sona, it's a house. A wooden house, 2 stories high. So there you have it. It's quite expensive around here. Yeah, this part of Tokyo is quite expensive. Sakurashinmachi, Yoga, Futako-Tamagawa. All quite nice areas of town. Over 1 million USD. Yeah, the most expensive one there was over 1 million USD. そうですね、成城は高い住宅街ですね。そうですね。There's one area called Seijo, which is that way. And that's also one of the most expensive areas in Tokyo. Oh no. Oh, what's this? Another little coffee shop. Looks very nice. Baked goods and coffee. Seijo is on the Odaku line. That's right. That's right. I walked to Seijo from Futako-Tamagawa a couple of times. It's not that far. And it's a very nice walk. Yeah, Japanese. Those prices were pretty steep, but I think they were pretty kind of high-end. At least the apartment one was probably a pretty high-end one. 144 square meters. That's you don't find many apartments that big in Japan, and it's probably in a pretty nice condo. My guess. It's not gonna be a place with paper-thin walls. That's mostly like cheap, low-end houses that have these infamous paper-thin walls where you can hear your neighbor fart, which is something I've had the pleasure of experiencing firsthand back in my student days. But these are all like concrete buildings, and these tend to have pretty solid walls and also be quite well insulated from heat and cold. So the standard is not too bad in those kind of houses. Let me just check the map here. I'm not sure if I should I should probably just follow this road. Yeah, Rockaway Siren. I heard it's Toronto you're living in, right? I heard that there's an extremely steep increase in housing prices over there. I think it's a global thing though. Prices have increased quite steeply in Japan too, the last 2-3 years especially. It's been a very steep increase in housing prices here. And same in Stockholm. The weather is so lovely. Yeah, it is. It is. I really enjoy walking on days like this. But actually I'm wearing my long johns that I bought in Takamatsu, and it's almost getting too hot. I'm like sweating quite a lot. Yari, you're here. Maybe you've been here for a while, I don't know. Good to see you. Good to see you. My Scandinavian friend. So I think we're already pretty close to Yoga. Yeah, I can see that big tower, which is just on top of Yoga Station. Sakurashinmachi and Yoga are not very far apart. A bit early for long johns. Yeah, it was super cold in Takamatsu though. And also here was pretty cold yesterday. But today it's not. It's a little bit warmer. So today I could definitely have been without them. Handmade hamburgers. I think I deserve a burger after this walk. How many steps do we have now? Good question. Let's see. Oops. We have... let's see. Apple Watch doesn't show the number of steps very easily, I'm afraid. Yeah, I can't see that. Finland is not in Scandinavia. That's right. Yeah, I always get confused about that. Okay, my Nordic friend then. Not my Scandinavian friend, but my Nordic friend. Burger, hayo kudasai. Yeah, maybe I will have a burger once I reach Futako-Tamagawa. We'll see. Ever add an egg to your burgers? No, I'm generally quite fond of eggs, but I don't think they belong on burgers. In the Apple ecosystem, steps will be in the iPhone under the Heart app. Okay, let me check that then. Oops. Health. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Focus. 14,000 steps. It's got 7 hours of sleep, 7.5 hours of sleep. And also sound level hit 90 decibels. That's my daughter when we drop her off at the nursery. That does not make her happy. And she cries a lot, so I always get those loud noise warnings from her cry in the morning, which is kind of heartbreaking, but we're kind of also getting used to it now, since it happens all the time. They actually put eggs on a lot of things here in Japan. Like they can basically crack a raw egg and put on top of most meals here. But yeah, again, I generally don't mind it, but I don't think eggs belong on hamburgers. I guess I should cross here. They usually put fried eggs. Yes, that's right. What I said about raw eggs does not apply on burgers. They don't crack raw eggs on hamburgers. They tend to fry the eggs they put on hamburgers. But in many other dishes, yeah, raw eggs are quite common. Yep, the very classic student food here in Japan is tamago kake gohan, which is basically just a bowl of rice and you crack a raw egg on top of it and maybe a few drops of soy sauce. Super tasty, actually. The rice should be so hot that it kind of cooks the egg a little bit. Here's another tempting coffee shop. Oh, thank you, 8 Kwang. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you, Min Lin, as well. Best season to travel Japan in December. Yeah, December is not a bad time to visit Japan. It's definitely not a bad choice. Thank you so much for the super chat. There's fish and chips available in Japan. Maybe if you go to some like British pub, they might have it, but it's not something you come across every day here. And we're at Yoga Station. Yoga Station. So we made it quite far. So on today's walk, longer than I expected, and we just passed 2 hours as well. So good job, Tokyo Explorer. You did well today. But we're not done yet. We shall walk one more stop to reach Futako-Tamagawa station. So we're not done yet. One more stop. Do you know how much Yoga Station has changed over 20 years? I do not know. No, I think the first time I was here was maybe about 10 years ago. And I didn't really walk around that much. I don't know that this place that well that long time ago. But I guess just like pretty much everywhere in Tokyo, it must have changed quite a lot. So rents around here seem to start at like 68,000-70,000 yen. On the low end. This is actually going to be the first time ever that I walked from Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa. I never did that before. despite living here for well over 3 years now since I moved to Futako-Tamagawa. I did bike Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa a couple of times, but I've never walked it. Frame rate suddenly started looking a bit choppy to me, and now it's good again. That's right, that's actually why I stopped using Prism many months ago, because there was some issue with Prism dropping the frame rate every now and then. Is it just me, or is the image starting to move a little bit less smooth again? Here's also a nice coffee shop, Woodberry Coffee Roasters. I come here from time to time. It's nice. But no more coffee for me today. Train, it's like 12 minutes from Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa. Yes, and on foot it's like 2 hours. Yeah, frame rate is fluctuating, right? So let me think. I think I can go down this street, if I'm not mistaken. There are so many cafes. Yeah, there are. There's lots of nice coffee shops in Tokyo, for sure. Yeah, the quickest way for me would to just follow that big road, but again, I don't like walking next to big roads, so I will take a little bit of a detour and instead walk a nicer way back to Futako-Tamagawa. I think I will sleep well today after this walk. Walking from Shibuya to Futako is quite a distance. You're going to visit Rakuten? No, but I live in Futako-Tamagawa, so I'm quite familiar with the area and the park that you mentioned. I often take my daughter there to play. Todoroki is nice too. So let's see, can we walk down this way maybe? here we have a map. So, where are we? Okay, here's Kinuta Park. We are here. Let's see, can we get some focus? There we go. That's interesting. This map must be old. It says Tokyo Shin Tamagawa line. That must be the old name for the Den-En-Toshi line. But yeah, Futako-Tamagawa is down this way. So I will walk. There's like a pedestrian bridge somewhere up here that I want to cross. So that's where I'll be heading. Down to 35% battery. Didn't expect it to be such a long walk today, but I'm glad that I did charge the phone before I started. Of course, I always do that. What can be the range of rents in this neighborhood? Well, we passed a real estate agent just now, and I just had a very, very quick glance, and it looked like the cheapest rents I could see were like in the 65 to 70,000 yen per month range. Oh, wow, this is nice. It's a food truck serving what? Wagyu croquette burger, curry bread, omurice. They have burgers here too. I'm tempted, but I should probably finish today's stream before grabbing lunch. You're getting closer to breaking your longest walk record. Not really, no. I did 4 hours at one time. The Yurika-Mome line walk almost a year ago. That's, I think, the longest one. So we're just a little bit over half. We're just about 2 hours and 15 minutes now. So we're pretty far from being record breaking. But thank you. Glad to hear that you enjoy watching my walks and that they don't get too long and boring for you. It's quite windy now. It's always getting windy when we get closer to Futako-Tamagawa because of the river, I think, and maybe also because of the topography. This area is often quite windy. I think there's a pedestrian bridge somewhere around here. I think also we're pretty close to Nitori. Furniture, the Japanese Ikea. Yeah, here's Nitori. Over there. There's supposed to be... Yes! There it is! It is. Well, I'm glad I did extend today's walk. Feels good to know that I've been able to walk from Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa. We still have another 15 minutes at least until we reach Futako-Tamagawa. So we're not done yet. So over there, I don't know if you can see it, but see that chimney and that there's some trees. That's Kinuta Park, Kinuta-Koen, where I walked a few weeks ago when we had that horrible latency. And like I got your messages like 10 minutes after you sent them to me. That was very weird. Fortunately, that doesn't seem to happen with Prism, so that's good. Over there is yoga station again, and now we're turning down here. Oh, this looks like a good place for lunch. Classic teishoku, like grilled fish, lunch set, 900 yen. I'm really hungry now. Time travel episode, yeah, that's, I guess we could call it that. Taylor Nakajima, classic sign. Let me see, I think we're going down here and then turning right. We should be on the right track. Let me walk in the shade here. I'm getting a little bit tired. I didn't even sit down for a break at all during today's walk. Remember, folks, I'm an old man. I need my breaks. But today I've just been walking constantly. Getting a bit late for lunch. Yeah. But I'm done soon. I'm just trying to figure out if I should go for a burger or if I should go for a big, somewhat luxurious sushi lunch to celebrate this milestone of doing my first walk from Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa ever. And you have to pick up Mini from kindergarten. Yes, I do. I will pick her up around 3:30 or 4 today. Are there any sketchy neighborhoods in Tokyo to avoid walking? Not really. I don't think so. Not by Western standards. There's nowhere where I would feel unsafe in Tokyo. Yamaguchi-san, I'm 20 years younger than you. I see. Still my upcoming 40th birthday feels like a very big milestone and a sure sign that I am definitely in my middle age now. Is there a reason why Japanese streets, especially back alleys, are narrow? I think it has to do with land ownership rights, and that I think the kind of ownership is very strong in Japan. So people who has owned their land for a long time, they, it's not easy for the government or the authorities to buy it in order to extend or build roads. I think that's why, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's walk down here.そうね、老人ではまだかな。40 is the old age of youth. Well put. And here is Tamagawa Jinja, which is very nice, where we go for Hatsumode, like the first shrine visit of the year. We usually go to that shrine. '40 is the new 17th. Never heard that before, but okay. Kind of like that. Here's Tamagawa Temple, Tamagawa Tera, which has a cemetery. Now we're almost at the Futako-Tamagawa, the old Shotengai, the old shopping street in Futako-Tamagawa. More than 2.5 hour walk. Yeah, almost, yeah. We're at 2 hours and 25 minutes now. So I think it will be 2.5 hours once we actually reach Futako-Tamagawa station. It will be nice to sit down after this and to have a big meal. I'm really hungry. Fortunately, we have plenty of good restaurants around here, so you must be starving. I'm hungry. Battery 大丈夫ですか？そうですね、まだ大丈夫です。今 30% 残ってます。だからバッテリーは多分もう1時間ぐらいできると思います。Oh, Tony, it's your birthday. Happy birthday then. 12% battery. No, 30. 31 even left. Oh, it's green. Yeah, 30% battery. So about 30% per hour, 25-30% per hour is the battery drain. It's always funny when YouTube asks me if it's time for me to take nose focus, if it's time for me to take a break, because I've been watching YouTube for too long. And that's when I'm watching my own stream. You know every corner of Futako-Tamagawa? Not really, no. I just know the main streets, I think, and some of the back streets, but I'm sure there are plenty of spots that I'm not familiar with yet. So, let's see. Dakara, have you ever had that soft drink? Yes, I buy it quite often. I like it. It's I like that one more than Pocari Sweat, actually. It's kind of similar, this kind of sports drink. It's supposed to be good for hydrating you. But yeah, I like it, Dakara. Who turned off tea? Really? Did something happen? Oh, have a good lunch. Thank you, Melody Matilda. Thank you so much. How long did it take you to learn the Japanese language? Well, I'm not done. You'll never master it fully. But I've studied for 1 year at a language school and another half a year or so of online course. But yeah, my Japanese is not as good as it should be, considering how long I've been living here. Ah, audio disappeared. I see. Should be back now. When it comes to sushi tora in Futako-Tamagawa is awesome. Not sure if I've been there. I should check that out. Sushi tora. I often go to a place called Chojiro, which is it's a kaiten sushi place, so conveyor belt sushi, but it's a quite nice one. It's like very reasonable prices, but still good quality. And it's also pretty child friendly. So often when I go out with my wife and daughter, we tend to go there. Enid Honda, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, some construction going on here. The smell of asphalt is very strong. I think I mentioned a couple of times that there's a place that serves ayu ramen, so like ramen but with fish. This is the one. It's very, very tasty. I haven't been in quite a long time though. And it's a super tiny place and there's always a bit of a queue. But yeah, that's also an option for my lunch today. And here's my favorite coffee shop. Let it be coffee. Which is run by a very lovely couple. They also know Mini Explorer because I often go there with her. So, ayu fish ramen. Yes, it's so good. So good. highly recommend it if you're ever in the neighborhood. You don't find it very often. There's not many places serving that, but there's a shop over there that specializes in ayu ramen. Also, this ramen shop over here seems very popular, but I've actually never been. And here we have the saddest of sad playgrounds. There's not even any toys there. That's how sad it is. It's very windy today in Atsugi, but not in Tokyo. There was some gusts of wind a while ago, but now around here it's not so bad. It's usually pretty windy here in Futako-Tamagawa though. But right now it's not so bad. So let's see, we're super close to the station now. So I'm finally about to wrap up today's walk. 2.5+ hours. Didn't expect it to be this long today. Good job me, good job you for pushing me, for helping me out with my motivation. Really appreciate that. I think we've done like I probably walked like 10k today, so maybe about a third of the entire train line. So if I keep this pace, I might be able to do it in 3 walks. Good job, T. Thank you. Yeah, and we're just ending with some technical issues, it seems. Home and put your feet up. Yeah. So that's gonna be it for today. Station is just over here. Mini jonks. What was it? Are we looping even? Oh, that's not good. So I will end the walk up here on this bridge next to Futako-Tamagawa station. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's been great. I hope to see you all again, maybe tomorrow, probably, hopefully. I will continue this tomorrow. Although, as always, I don't want to promise anything. The station is over there, Futako-Tamagawa. So we made it. Shibuya to Futako-Tamagawa. Thank you so much. Otsukare-sama to me. And I'll see you all next time. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Heido. Auf Wiedersehen. Mata ne. Yes, yes. Cheese.